When he shuts you out, it doesn't just feel cold, it feels like being erased. You find yourself questioning everything. Was it something I said? Did I do too much or not enough? You replay conversations, scan through texts, and search his eyes for the warmth that used to be there. But when a man disconnects emotionally and financially, the silence isn't just quiet, it's deafening. And that silence tells a story all its own. Because emotional distance isn't always about being busy. It's not just him having a lot on his plate or needing space. Sometimes emotional detachment is a shield, a wall, a defense mechanism. He might be afraid of vulnerability, afraid of being seen too deeply, or afraid of losing control. But his fear doesn't excuse the pain he inflicts. You can't build intimacy with someone who treats connection like a threat. You can't share your soul with someone who's unwilling to share his own. And here's the hardest truth. When he keeps his world locked away from you, he's not just being private, he's being withholding. And withholding is a choice. It's a form of emotional control, whether he realizes it or not. Because love isn't just about presence, it's about access. Access to thoughts, feelings, fears, dreams. When he never lets you in, you're left carrying the emotional weight of the relationship alone. That imbalance slowly chips away at your spirit. And then there's the money. Maybe you thought it was just his way. Maybe you told yourself he's just more responsible or he just prefers to handle the bills. But over time, that financial silence starts to sting. He keeps you out of the loop. You don't know what's coming in or going out. You're made to feel like a guest in your own life. That isn't just uncomfortable, it's a red flag. Because when financial control becomes a pattern, it's not about prudence anymore. It's about power. And when money is used to restrict your choices, deny your voice, or make you feel dependent, that's not a partnership. It's economic abuse. Marriage is supposed to be a shared life, not a hidden ledger. A relationship where you're equal participants, not someone managing and someone obeying. Your financial autonomy matters. Your understanding matters. Being kept in the dark is not protection. It's suppression. You deserve to be informed. You deserve to be included. And what about when success enters the picture? Maybe things shifted after he reached a certain career milestone. Suddenly he's busier, colder, more distant. The attention he once gave you evaporates. The man who once checked in, asked about your day, looked at you like you were the center of his world, he's gone. And what's left is someone distracted, absent, and emotionally unavailable. You start to wonder if your love was only valuable when he needed something, when he needed comfort, reassurance, support. But now that he has what he wants, money, recognition, status, you've become invisible. If this sounds familiar, know this: that shift is not your fault. It could be a sign of narcissistic drift. That's when a partner sees you not as a person, but as a means to an end. He leans on you when he needs fuel, but disappears once his tank is full. That's not love, that's extraction. And it's deeply wounding. Because love isn't supposed to vanish with success. A real partner doesn't grow out of love. They grow deeper into it. Success should bring you closer, not push you apart. And yet, too many women are left behind when the man they supported begins to shine. The very hands that helped him rise are now empty. That's not growth. That's abandonment. You might also notice something else: secrecy. He hides things. Conversations feel shallow. You sense there's more going on, but every time you ask, you're met with vague answers, dismissive tones, or outright denial. That's not just frustrating, it's isolating. When someone deliberately keeps parts of their life from you, it often signals a lack of accountability. He's not protecting the relationship, he's protecting himself. And when someone's ego matters more than your emotional safety, it's a clear sign that the relationship isn't being built on mutual respect. It's being constructed on control. Sometimes this secrecy is dressed up as independence. He might say, "I just need my space," or "I don't like being questioned." But don't be fooled. Independence in love is not the same as detachment. Real independence still leaves room for partnership, still leaves space for mutual trust. If his version of freedom means excluding you, ignoring you, or dismissing your needs, that's not maturity. That's emotional immaturity. Immaturity hides in all kinds of forms. It's the partner who thinks asking for help is weakness. It's the man who sees your emotions as burdens, who thinks sharing his life with you somehow threatens his identity. But that isn't strength. That's avoidance. And you are not too much. You are not the problem. If he sees you as a weight to carry instead of a partner to walk beside, then the issue isn't your love. It's his lack of growth. And now you might be sitting with the ache, the confusion, the sadness of being close to someone who keeps pushing you away. You may be wondering if you're being too sensitive, if you should just toughen up. But let me say this plainly. Your feelings are valid. Your needs are real. Wanting emotional connection, financial transparency, and mutual respect is not asking for too much. It's asking for the basics. Love shouldn't feel like exile. It shouldn't feel like being locked out of the house you helped build. If you constantly feel like you're chasing closeness, trying to prove your worth, or negotiating just to be seen, then you're not in a relationship. You're in a survival mode. And no one can thrive there. But here's the beautiful, powerful truth. Your healing begins the moment you see things clearly. When you stop making excuses for behavior that hurts. When you stop shrinking yourself to fit into someone else's emotional limitations. You deserve more than breadcrumbs. You deserve a partner who shows up emotionally, financially, spiritually. Someone who wants to build with you, not control around you. A supportive partner makes time for you, not just when it's convenient. They include you in important decisions, not shut you out. They don't just love your potential, they nurture it. They celebrate your growth instead of fearing your power. You don't have to beg for these things. They're part of healthy love. And anything less is not your failure. It's a reflection of what he is not ready or willing to give. So if this message feels close to your heart, if you see your relationship in these words, please don't ignore that inner nudge. Your discomfort is speaking. It's trying to tell you something important. You are not being dramatic. You are not asking for too much. You are asking for love that feels like home, not like exile. And if you feel lost, if you don't know what the next step is, reach out. Whether it's a friend, a counselor, or a support group, let someone in. You don't have to navigate this pain alone, and you don't have to stay in a place where you feel small just to keep the peace. You are worthy of emotional safety. You are worthy of financial partnership. You are worthy of a love that doesn't ask you to earn it every day. Your presence matters. Your voice matters. Your needs matter. And never forget, what you tolerate teaches others how to treat you. Choose yourself. Honor your heart. And trust that healing is not only possible, it's your birthright.